Coach, just how you draw it up there at the end, you turn to a freshman in a really, really big spot there, and he hasn't played in a whole lot of moments like this, and he comes in and he gets you out of a major jam. I mean, what can you say about Ryan to get you out of that there?
I mean, what great poise. What great poise. And just making one pitch at a time. Not that you're trying to protect the kid, but this is such an intense rivalry, and he had already pitched against him in Pearl, and he's been as good as anybody in that pen, and just felt like we had some depth and some health back there to be able to go to other guys that have maybe been a little bit more experienced. But man, we needed all of them, and he was huge for us tonight.
Steve?
A couple things along those lines too. Ben Davis opens the night. Why not maybe bring Ryan in there? But also too, the long swing path that they have. I mean, how much did that kind of factor into your game plan as a pitching coach?
Well, I felt like just after watching last night, we felt like Carson was a really good matchup. Felt like his pitch planning was very similar to Evan. He got the changeup going, and honestly, kind of Nate Williams, we felt like he would be a good matchup with velocity at the top of the zone. And the 2-run seventh, the 2-run eighth, not taking any credit away from them, because they're of course a really physical offense and have done a nice job slugging all year. But a lot of it was self-induced. The walks, I think Nate had a hit by pitch, maybe an 0-2 count, if not a 2-strike count. And that's what's plagued us lately. When the bullpen has scuffled, it's been just gifts. And for them to score 5 runs on only 6 hits is disappointing for me. That's something we pride ourselves on, and just making them earn it, and felt like we allowed them to get back in the game because of that.
Ben?
Carson obviously would like to limit the free passes, but he looked pretty sharp in general. So what were some of the keys for him to have the start he did, and sort of jumping off the back of what Evan did last night?
Yeah, I think the changeup really is something that he's had in spurts over the last month or 6 weeks, but not entire outings. I think it was pretty good tonight, probably as good as it's been. And a couple of those, you're trying to pitch around Furness a little bit. Furness has gotten better every year. He's been big against us. I think he had 2 homers last year. He hit the homer in Pearl. He had 5 walks tonight. We have a lot of respect for him and who he is and how he goes about his at-bats, and his eyes are really good. He's making good swing decisions. So we've pitched around him several times. Felt like the matchup behind him was a little bit better, and Carson did a great job attacking Fowley with the slider. So I felt like the walks, yes, you look at the stats, but I felt like his command was a lot better tonight than it's been recently.
Sam?
Just being 6-1 now in the last 2 weeks, is it starting to feel like this team is peaking kind of at the right time right now?
Well, right now it feels like I'm ready to go home. It feels like we're trending. It feels like we're figuring out, learning, and improving on how to win games collectively. And it's at times it's an effort like you have to have out of Ryan McPherson. But tonight the defense was terrific too. Two unbelievable double plays on balls that were hit hard. One started by Ace Reese. One started by Gatlin Sanders. We've been playing better complementary baseball. So I think that's the biggest thing is trending, yes, but we're not as one-dimensional as maybe we were 6 weeks ago or a month ago. And we're able to win games in a couple different ways. Tonight I thought we were really, really, really good offensively. And then we did enough at the end. Every one of these games in this league is hard to get. Every one of them is hard to get, and some of them are ugly. Tonight got a little ugly there at the end, but we found a way.
Take a few more, Steve.
Weather permitting, should have a game Tuesday, home finale, but then you got Missouri coming up. They've won the series at Texas A&M. How does that maybe help you as a coach, kind of keep guys locked in, knowing
Sure.
that, hey, this isn't going to be a walk in the park?
Sure, 100%. Well, first off, North Alabama will have our full attention on Tuesday night, and then we'll turn to Missouri on Thursday with our full attention. Like I just said, this league, every team you play, especially on the road, they have a very unique setup, and I feel like at times it can be one of the best home field advantages in the league, just because of the uniqueness. So they'll have our full attention. We have incredible respect for everybody in this league. It's so hard to get them. So we'll turn our attention to them once we get through Tuesday night.
Danny?
You mentioned Gatlin. He's one of the Mississippi guys on your roster. Just how much did you sense those guys are really into this series?
Well, I thought Gatlin. I thought last night. I thought he looked uncomfortable a little bit, and he's been playing through some injuries. He's a really, really tough kid, and I thought he looked a little bit uncomfortable last night. And then tonight, just right from the get-go, he settled in. He had great at bats. I thought his swings were good. His defense was phenomenal, and you just sense guys gaining more confident. Of course, this series meant a lot to the Mississippi kids, but it meant a lot for our ball club. I mean, really, when you think about growing as a group and trying to peak at the right time and improving and figuring out who we are, and you can just see confidence growing in this group.
Robbie?
You mentioned it a little bit about the defense, but this was a team that I think was last in the SEC in double plays. I'm not sure if they're still there or not, but noticeably better baseball, especially from the infield and the middle infield. In recent weeks. I mean, what's been the difference for that group to kind of come into form and make the plays that they're making? I know you had 2 errors tonight defensively, but it didn't really tell the story of what y'all did.
Yeah, I think it's chemistry. I think we've juggled some pieces in the middle on both sides, and that affects your corner infielders too from a communication standpoint. And I think it's chemistry. I think those guys are playing together and next to each other every night, and I think they're starting to get more comfortable.
Last question, David.
You mentioned that you got to win games. This is a big series, all those things about it. The fact that it was Ole Miss, and the fact that so much was at stake in this one. Tomorrow you get a day off at long last. Are you going to sit back and think about what you've been through these past 2 weeks?
Well, I'm probably going to just sit back and try to relax a little bit. It's been a lot. It's been a challenge. It's been a challenge for us as a staff. It's been a challenge for us as a group. I give our kids a lot of credit. They're so resilient. They're so tough. Last night was the best example of it, to bounce right back with a 45-minute breather between games and respond like that. And the message, going back to even Coach Lemonis's message for us over the course of March and April is respond. And your mental toughness as a person or as a player only gets called into question when things get hard. And that was my challenge to our guys, is everyone's looking at you now to see how you respond, how you bounce back, and what you do. And our group has done that. I'm very proud of them. I mean, just how they pulled together, how we pulled together, and like I said, tonight wasn't super pretty, especially there at the end. But it just was a group that was having a lot of fun with each other.
Questions? Hey, Dad.
Well, Ryan, that's the moment that all pitchers dream about out there. Just talk us through it.
I mean, it was crazy. Still might have blacked out a little bit. Still trying to figure out what's happening. Not really feeling my body, but it was great. I mean, the defense really put it together. I mean, the shortstop made a great play, turned the double play. Without that happening, who knows? We could be still out there. Joe had amazing blocks. I mean, they could have been a pass ball that could have scored the runner from third. It just great team, like just really good trust behind me and in front of me, also from Joe.
Steve?
Yeah, baseball is kind of a funny game, and it's interesting. Sawyer had to kind of get the yips at second base to get the middle infield right. Now all of a sudden you guys are working together in tandem. What's it been like the last few weeks as this defense has improved because the middle infield's improved?
It's been good. It helps the team a lot, and I think our mindset's shifted from being scared to get the ball to wanting the ball, and just the mindset of wanting the ball every play has been huge for us.
Robbie?
Ryan, you had such a great performance against Ole Miss and Pearl, and they get that one big swing against you and tie it up. How did that feel to come into that moment and have a chance to end the game the way that you did tonight and give this team a series win?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great. I mean, me and Luke Dotson, we kind of were like talking about before the game was like a revenge game or like a redemption game, and it just felt great. I mean, it was really great, like winning for us and then just pushing us on along. It was great for the team.
Doug?
Gallon, you're a Mississippi boy. I'm sure you probably have friends on the Ole Miss team and played against a lot of them. What does winning this series mean, especially when it puts you within striking distance of the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, it's big for us because we need those wins. And I think tonight it just meant a little bit more to us than it did to them, and that was huge for us.
Gallon, offensively, you guys were really able to string together a lot of hits in those middle innings, and it was you and some of the other guys at the bottom of the order who were putting it together. What were you seeing from some of the arms Ole Miss was throwing out there, and how were you able to not try to do too much and hit them for people?
Yeah, we were just trying to get the job done anytime we can. Runners in scoring position, we just want to get the hit, not get the home run, and just focusing on that and staying in the fight was big tonight.
Sam?
Yeah, does it feel like the team right now is kind of peaking at the right time after these last 2 weeks?
It does. I think we're getting hot right now, and hopefully we can carry that on into the postseason. So.
Take a few more, Robbie.
Ryan, we've seen this league chew up freshmen over the years, really good players, but that first year is tough. It's a tough transition. What has been the key for you to come into the league and attack it the way that you have and kind of keep your head above water?
Two things really. Coach Parker, I mean, he's really changed me to the person I am now. I really don't think if I had him as a coach, I wouldn't be anywhere with the near success I have. And then also failure. I mean, LSU was a big part of me churning around and like changing like what I think when I come into pitch, and just knowing that I have everyone behind me to like help me, even if like there is a run given up or whatever it is. I know that they're gonna come in back in the dugout and get a base hit or score some runs for me.
Take two more, Steve and then David.
Ryan, they tend to kind of, in Pearl, it seemed like they really struggle with right-handed spin. And then tonight, balls up in the zone, that long swing path seemed to be an issue. When you guys were kind of breaking them down, where did you feel like you could be successful?
I mean, it's all according to Coach Parker's like scouting report. But what really got them is like the up and elevated like inside fastball, sometimes away depending on their swing path, and then just the changeup or curveball low. They've had a hard time like recognizing spin to get it.
David?
Yeah, but first off, take us through the conditions on the field, that way that long on the water in the field. Second, that rocket hit to you in the early innings there. Did you have any time to react to that?
No, I mean, the field was muddy and the infield was really wet. But like I said earlier, the mindset of our infield and just wanting the ball every play is huge, especially in that moment. So.
And that hot grounder simply just dove at. Did you even know what to do?
I just wanted to make the play.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate you,
guys.
fellas.
Thanks, guys.